Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Padli from class 6 Management 6C. Today I will present an overview of US-China trade war, impact opportunities, and strategic solution for Indonesia. First, what is trade war? Trade war is a condition in which two or more countries impose trade barriers on each other, such as import duty tariffs, import quotas, or export bans. The main aim is to protect domestic industry, but the long-term effects can be quite complex. Usually, it starts when one country feels it is not getting fair trade treatment from another. Then it rates import tariffs on its rivals countries' products. In return, the country hit by the tariffs takes similar action. This tension can develop into an economic war that harm both parties. Next, why a trade war could happen? There are several main reasons that can trigger this phenomena, including first, trade balance deficit. Countries with large trade deficits tend to perceive their partner countries as importing too many goods into their country without compensating with export. Second, protectionism. Some countries want to protect their domestic industry from foreign competition by imposing tariffs or restriction on imported products. Third, technology and strategic industry competition. When two countries compete in important technology sector or industry, such as semiconductor chips or renewable energy, economic tension can turn into a trade war. Fourth, political pressure and diplomatic strategy. These wars are sometimes used as a political weapon to pressure an opposing country into submission to certain interests. Next, impact of trade war on global economy. First is price of good increases. Import tariffs makes product more expensive. As a result, consumers have to pay more for goods, be it electronics, clothing, or food. Second, supply chain disruption. Companies that depend on components from overseas are affected when imports become expensive or difficult to obtain. This hampers production and business efficiency. Third one, economic growth slows down. This wars create uncertainty that hampers international investment and trade. The countries involved usually experience an economic slowdown due to reduced import-export activity. The fourth one, financial market under pressure. Tensions between countries can trigger turmoil in stock markets, currency, and even cryptocurrency. Investors become more cautious and risk-averse. Next, strategies to deal with the effect of trade war. First, investment diversification. Don't just rely on investing in one type of assets. Try a combination of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and even crypto assets to spread the risk. Second, choose fundamentally resilient issuers. When economic turmoil occurs, companies with strong financial foundation tend to be more resilient. Focus on sectors such as basic need or healthcare. Third, avoid FOMO and excessive speculation. Market volatility can tempt to make a hasty decisions. Stick to long-term investment plan and don't panic. Fourth, improve financial literacy. Keep learning so you can read the global situation and adjust your strategy accordingly. Follow economic news, market analysis, and learn how foreign policy can affect your personal finance. The case study is trade war between America and China. The trade war between the United States and China has been one of the most important economic events in recent years. It began in 2018 when the then President of the United States, Donald Trump, began implementing a policy of high tariffs on imported goods from China. The purpose of this policy was to reduce America's trade deficit with China and to respond to concerns about unfair trade practices. such as technology theft and subsidies given to Chinese companies. In response, China imposed tariffs on American products, triggering a cycle of reciprocal tariffs between the two countries. This policy not only affected bilateral relations, but also had a major impact on the global economy. Several countries, including Indonesia, were able to seize the opportunity by entering markets left by the US and China. However, the implementation of tariffs has also led to an increase in the price of goods, suppressed consumer purchasing power, and disrupted the smooth flow of international supply chains. And what the impact for Indonesia? First, economic and trade impacts. On export, Indonesia export to China fell 2.6% in 2019 or 25.85 billion US dollar. Export to the US rose 4.5% to 18.64 billion due to substitution of Chinese products. On commodity prices, coal prices fell from 101 per ton US dollar in 2018 to 69 per ton US dollar in 2019, reducing Indonesia export earnings. On economic growth slowed from 5.17% in 2018 to 5.2% in 2019. The Minister of Finance said the US tariffs could reduce growth by zero point 0.3 until 0.5 percentage points. Second, on investment and industrial location. Of the 33 of the 33 companies relocating from China in 2020, only 7 chose Indonesia. 7 went to Vietnam. Indonesia is missing out on huge potential from industrial location due to lack investment attractiveness. Third, regional stability and defense. The militarization of the South China Sea has prompted Indonesia to strengthen maritime defense, particularly in Natuna. Efforts to maintain the sovereignty and security of strategic shipping lanes are increasingly important. Fourth, technology and cybersecurity. Technology restrictions between the US and China open up opportunities for Indonesia as an alternative production base. However, there are also a cybersecurity risk due to potential technology infiltration from both parties. Five, and the last one, exchange rate and manufacturing sector impact. Global tension caused the rupiah to depreciate by 10 until 11%. And raw material and energy import costs rise, pressuring domestic manufacturing sector. Next, strategic opportunities for Indonesia. The US-China trade war often strategic opportunities for Indonesia, particularly in attracting industrial relocation and expanding export markets. However, structural challenges such as bureaucracy and logistics still limit the maximum potential. Key emerging opportunities. First, industrial relocation from China provide opportunities for Indonesia election and automotive sector, provide regulatory reform are accelerated. Second, diversification of export market to South Asia. The Middle East and Africa is starting to show result. Non-traditional export rose 7.1% in 2021. Third, US-China technology tension open up space for Indonesia to build a non-aligned R&D partnership and strengthen national technology. And the fourth one, electronics export to the US grew 23.5% in 2021, displacing Chinese products due to high tariff. However, Indonesia logistic costs are still high, by 23% of GDP, well above Vietnam on 15%. To become a regional production hub, logistic reform is urgent. The government has started to offer large fiscal incentives, such as tax exemptions and R&D rebates to attract investment and encourage import substitution industry. If these opportunities are well managed, Indonesia can move up in global supply chain. Next, strategic solution. In dealing with cross-cutting impacts of the US-China trade war, Indonesia needs to apply a full of empowerment approach. This means involving coordination between institutions such as Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and BKPM to formulate integrated and responsive policy. One of the main strategies is to strengthen the national economic defense through the development of domestic industry, digitalization of MSMES, and downstreaming of natural resources. The government also needs to develop a national supply chain resilience roadmap to improve the resilience of strategic logistics and production in the energy, food, and defense sectors. First is to concrete steps that needs to be taken. Second, harmonization of central and regional regulation. Third, provision of industrial zone for the high-tech sector. Fourth, cutting licensing time from 18 days to under 7 days. And last, improvement of infrastructure and investment climate. On the defense side, improving military posture in strategic borders such as Natuna is important. This includes defense equipment modernization, radar development, and presence of Indonesian Navy in strategic route of the Malacca Strait. Defense economic planning should also be integrated in RPJMN through the development of dual-use technology industries. Finally, proactive companies diplomacy is key. Indonesia needs to actively negotiate with the US to obtain a tariff exemption and expand cooperation with other economic partners to strengthen the national position amid a global tension. So, the conclusion, the US-China trade war reflects a shift in the global order that has far-reaching implications for Indonesia economically, geopolitically, and defensively. As non-aligned country, Indonesia has strategic opportunities to strengthen its economic independence and defense posture, especially through industrial allocation, market diversification, and downstreaming. Challenges as export slowdown and economic growth pressure need to be faced with structural reforms, integrated cross-sectional policies, and active economic diplomacy. With the right steps, Indonesia can maintain stability and improve national competitiveness amid global uncertainty. So, thank you very much for your attention. I'm open to any of your question and discussion you may have. Thank you. Good night and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.